Ugh. It won't make up its mind. So, it's pretty nasty out. It's like, it snowed, then it rained hard, and it started to melt it. And then it snowed again. Now it's raining. I really don't like to work in the winter, but somebody called us for a job that we were supposed to do a while back. Already took a deposit on it months ago, and something happened. He wasn't ready, and now he's ready. So we're gonna go do it. And yeah, so I'm gonna unplug the truck. I did plug the truck in last night because the last time I started her up, she was making all kinds of fart noises, and she wasn't real happy. I'll tell you, I really wouldn't even bother doing this job if it wasn't for the location. Oh. Brum. Oil pressure is good. I did check the oil yesterday before it started raining because I knew I was gonna have to do this today. I always, when I start the truck up, I just kind of sit here and wait for the oil pressure to come up, and like once I'm satisfied that it has oil pressure, then I'll walk away and let it warm up. But now I don't have electricity out back here anymore. I used to have an electrical box here. I could plug the truck in out back. But what happened was when I took all the stuff out to plan for the garage, the electrical conduit was not up to code because it just went to a shed. So I had to redo it. So I took it out to redo it, and I was gonna wait till I did the excavation for the slab. Long story short, I have no electric back here no more. Now, they said it was supposed to freeze. This is how I set my machine up when the ground's gonna be frozen, because these rubber tracks, I'll probably, when I come back, I'll probably put the Takeuchi on. Put the hoochie on some wood too, but I see how I put it on planks. I put it on planks because I do have 2 more planks over there, and I'll probably do the tack when I get back. Sorry, my mind drifts a bit. I start talking about one thing and I just squirrel off to the other thing. But the reason why I do this is because when the ground freezes and then you want to go use the machine, the machine will move, you know, most of the time. I mean, if it's really cold, sometimes it won't. But I found that it will pull up big chunks, and the big frozen chunk of dirt, the big frozen chunk will ride up here and then hit the panel. So you could have a big piece of frozen chunk or something that will get stuck on the track, so that it pulls it up the back and slams into the panel and dents the panel. Or, you know, and it's the same if you go this way. If you back up, you know, a big frozen chunk will come up, hit the bottom underside of the machine and cause damage. I did check this out yesterday at the end of the day. I know I left the blade up. That is an OSHA violation, but luckily there's never really any OSHA in my backyard. So I use the teeth. I don't put the bucket flat because I also found out, you know, years of, and I do have to do some welding to this bucket. It needs some wear plates. when you put the bucket flat on frozen ground, you lift it, you usually get a big patty here. So it's not a big deal. I guess I could deal with it. She's a little dusty in here from the summer. So I'm gonna turn the key backwards for a little bit till the light goes out. It's got a little green light. All right. We'll just let that warm up. Now, the trailer. We're not using the trailer. I'm gonna drive this, and that's another reason why I put it on the planks. I didn't want frozen dirt on the tracks for the ride, because we're going 2 houses down. We're gonna go dig out some stumps 2 houses down from me. So I'm just gonna come out the driveway and bang a right, and then go 1, 2 driveways, and then bang a right. I'll see you when we get there. Unless you guys want to come for a ride down the road, yeah, maybe we'll do that. All right. I just went and brought the truck down there, parked it in front of the garage, and now I gotta walk back and get the machine. I'd like to move south somewhere and maybe open up like a stump dump or recycling facility. I say south because there's just too much, in my opinion. I live in Massachusetts, and I think we're just way too over-regulated, overtaxed. Massachusetts, overtaxed and over-regulated. Now, I might be wrong, but like you can't burn here at all unless it's like sticks. They say small sticks and leaves, and then they stop doing leaves because of the pollutant of the leaves. So basically, you can't burn brush. Everyone still does it, but you can't do it as a contractor. I got in trouble for it. So I mean, it just sucks. I watch all these videos with guys with burn piles, and I'm like, I wish. Not where I live. Where I live, they're just like, give us your money and you get nothing for it. Alright, so I'm gonna stop whining and complaining about stuff, but my wife and I did talk about moving somewhere and doing something different, but I don't know. She has a pretty decent job that she, that she likes. So I don't think she wants to go anywhere. See, I'd like to move somewhere and get a bigger excavator and some big, maybe a big dozer, so I can go back to doing like my background, but I'd have to move because there's just not a lot of real estate left here, and all the guys, there's too many big guys fighting over that stuff. So I don't know, I might just probably should just keep doing what works. I mean, so far, this seems to be working out. I think I'll just shoot for happiness. maybe you guys in the comments can let me know if you like high-speed stuff or if you like real-time machine work. A lot of times I high-speed stuff so that the videos are not long and boring, but that's just what I like. If you like anything different, let me know. Oh, don't want to hit the tarp. Somebody asked me why I don't do the steel sideboards. The truth of it is because a lot of guys around here have steel sideboards and they're all banged up and it's too much work to replace them. I just get the rough sawn boards, throw it up there and paint it. Because, you know, stuff happens. You don't want to have steel sideboards and do what I do with small equipment that, you know, let's face it, sometimes you hit them. Or sometimes, a lot of times, it's not me hitting it, it's me pushing stuff in, you know, stumps and stuff down into the truck. And I just feel that, from what I've seen from companies I've worked at, it's just too much to cut the boards off and constantly having to replace the boards. Good thing is the stump dump's down the street from me. Maybe like 4 or 5 minutes. So if I was going somewhere far, I would most likely well, gonna take these. I know he didn't cut them, but they're probably gonna scratch us all up going in. That, and it's not a straight line. Like I was saying, if I was going far to a stump dump, I would most likely tarp the load, run a separate rag. I don't like to run the tarp over stumps if I can help it. I have an asphalt tarp. It's not mesh, it's like that. It's a mesh, but it's a tightly, it's like a vinyl almost. It's almost like a tarp like you would strap, you'd see like a lumber guy strap. It's down lumber on a flatbed. It's basically so it keeps the heat for the asphalt in the mix, so they say. They're a little more money than a regular one, but it's, I think that one I have for my size truck was like, I got a place kind of far from here. It costs more to drive there than it does to get the tarp. Because it's a chrome shop, so if I go to get a $65 tarp from them, it costs me lunch, gas, and I always end up buying other stuff, so. $65 for asphalt tar. I think that's pretty good, to be honest with you. That's one of the very few things I won't complain about. So this is for more parking. They've been dumping leaves over here. It's a drop off. He's gonna have to fill it in. Taking the truck to get it painted soon. I am just waiting on some more parts. I got a visor that came in. I want to put the truck back to its original, when I got it, original visor. The one I got on there now, the metal's kind of thin. It's not very strong. To me it just seems a little cheap. So what I got was, I got a 12 gauge stainless steel visor. That did come in. I got window chops, or window shades, 5-inch. And I'm waiting on some lights for the roof, because I want them to replace the roof lights. I don't have a shop, so I'm not going to paint it myself. All my other trucks I painted myself. Yeah, we got a big frozen chunk of dirt here. Oh no, it's a big rotten stump. Get a little closer, so we're not pulling ourselves over. Well, I didn't know that was in there, but the good thing is it's rotted. These were supposed to be all just little stumps, but that's okay. They charge me by the truckload, and I don't think we're gonna have a heaping load here. I don't know what he wants to do with all this rotten stuff. I'll try to pick out as much as I can and fill the truck as much as I can, but the truck painted. I'm not gonna do the body yet. I'm gonna do the cab, because once I get my welder hooked back up, I want to put a barn door on the truck. I don't want a lift gate. I've used lift gates for years. I like the barn door better, because once it's open, there's no chance of anything getting stuck. And I have used the lift gate, and you can't do heaping loads, because the load will come down and hit the gate, and the gate is they're air cylinders, they're not hydraulic, and it will. I have had them shut them. I've used them on triaxle, I've used them on dump trailer, and the last dump trailer that was set up for Stumps, my buddy and I worked at a company, and it was a 28-foot steel Mack dump trailer with a full barn door. and his truck was a 28 foot, same tractors, but his truck was a 28 foot steel Benson dump with an airlift gate. And sometimes his stuff would jam up, sometimes his air cylinders wouldn't work correctly, and personally I don't feel like dealing with all of that headache. He was constantly having to clean out the pocket where the air cylinder went, and I just don't feel that we need to be dealing with that. I think we got a little room in the truck to get rid of this. But I might just pick through it. Then all the small stuff. I can see over there in the woods that they have a pile of brush. We are technically here for the stumps, so any brush that I put on there is just me being a nice guy. Like it's starting to snow a little bit again. Get off the tarp. If you put stuff on your tarp and then you push it down, it will actually bend the tarp poles. Since I have room, we'll come back around here. We'll grab all of this. Try to get the leaves out. I think the beautiful thing about them charging me per the truck load is I budget it into the price of the job, but then if it's not a full load and I can top it off with some extra stuff that's not in our agreement, contract, whatever you want to call it, kind of makes me look like a nice guy. Which I technically don't have to, but you know, it's little things like that that help you out when you're, you know, trying to get a good reputation. You want people to go, you know, I use this guy, and sometimes if he can, he throws me a little extra, you know. But you got to be honest with people. If you can't do it, you can't do it. Sure if this is stuff he cut down. Yeah, get a little bit of it. I do have one more stump to get out though, but it looks like it's pretty well rotten. I need to go get that out before I take any more of this brush. I didn't put the blade down on that one, but that's a pretty decent stump. I only put the blade down. Yeah, that's another one of those rotten ones. Try to take, you know, all the pieces back with me at once. That way we limit the amount of tracking that we're doing back and forward. See if we can grab them all. There we go. Now I use my feet. I don't use my hands. And I'll show you real quick. This has steel pedals. So I actually I like the Komatsu because of the steel pedals. John Deere, that I ran a JD60 recently, and it had plastic pedals, and I want to say the Bobcat I ran recently had plastic pedals. I don't like plastic pedals, so we're gonna roll the thumb back and then plop her down right there. Oh, sorry about that. We're gonna plop her down right there. Give it a little push, just to set it. We're not trying to put holes in the, you know, the floor. When I built this body, I did put a 1/4 inch thick floor in it, but you still got to be careful. I think I'm gonna be a real nice guy. Get rid of his Christmas tree. It's funny how these things stay green for such a long time, but the boys and I, we actually used to light these on fire. Obviously not in the house, but I would take it out back. Get off, come on, get off. There we go. Alright guys, sorry about that. The GoPro died on me because I am not good at bringing the battery charger. So, this job we're going to finish probably in the spring. He's a small landscaper, and he just wants to get his dump truck out of the place that he's been renting and be able to bring it home, put it next to his garage. He mows lawns and does like mulching and stuff, you know. But the ground's pretty frozen. I scraped off all the loose undergrowth and everything, and we'll take care of the rest in the spring. But if you guys like these style of video, talking over the machine, while the machine's running real time, I guess you would call it, Let me know in the comments below, or if you like the fancy high-sped ones with the music. I kind of like that. Let me know in the comments. Appreciate everyone's feedback, and thank you.